This Corporation radio station. Stream us on your cell, laptop, desktop, or tablet at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents Live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, April 26th. Good morning, Mari.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We got a lot of stuff lined up for you today. Just make sure I got all my gift certificates lined up. I do. Yeah, this is for Thunder Bacon Burger Company. We're going to be doing a round of tap out later.
Yum.
Right? Yes. Today on Friday, it's like Free Shiz Friday. Shout out to the old homie Shmoney. We're going to be giving away tons of tickets all morning long, gearing up for a big night, either at the Pima County Fair with Sublime of Rome,
yes,
or your Tucson Roadrunners, game 2 of the first round of the playoffs. We need to win this one to have a game 3, and it's a whiteout, and it's a big festivity. I'll be DJing the tailgate, then hosting the game. And I found out I'm just not as young as I used to be, man.
No?
Yeah, because I used to, burn the candle at both ends, right? Do this morning shift. And then the first 7.5 years I would do radio. I wasn't getting paid, so I had to work other jobs. And that was fine. In my 30s, I'd be able to get a couple hours sleep, bang it out, take a power nap, do it all over again. I worked on Wednesday night for the Roadrunners game, and then I did the show on Thursday. And then my Thursday, the entire day was done. I was dead. I was a zombie. I couldn't, I couldn't do anything. I took a little nap, and then I was too tired to nap. And then, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just, do something. I'll be proactive. Nope. I couldn't leave the couch. It's just a toast. And I had to deal with stuff too. I like how you agree with me, Mari. I love you.
I feel this.
Yeah.
Deeply.
Okay. Well, yeah, because you're a young mother. And,
yep. I leave here to have kids, and I do not get to sleep, and it is hard.
Well, you make a zombie look good. You're a good-looking zombie. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. You barely look. You don't look Walking Dead at all. You look like Walking Alive, which is cool. But yesterday, I had to deal with a lot of stress as well, and deal with stuff on the phone because we've talked about this before. But there's, for whatever reason, there are Facebook pages that are emulating my likeness. They go by Beef Vegan Show. Now, I mentioned this before. I said, first off, I would never be that unoriginal. Okay. I would not call it the Beef Vegan Show. I hate that. They would suggest it to me actually when I was first to take over. They're like, well, what are you going to name the show? You want to name it Beef Vegan Show or Beef Vegan in the morning or Beef Vegan from 6 to 10? I'm like, shut up, guys. Like, get out of here. You guys don't know like marketing whatsoever. It's Beef Vegan Presents. That's the name of the show. So, a couple years ago, I noticed that there was this kind of like mock page, not a mock page, but kind of like a fake account, like pretending to be me, and then ripping like real, like current content and pictures and videos and resharing them under the guise. And I tried to report it, did nothing, but at the time it was much ado about nothing. They weren't doing anything but pretending to be me. And I know personally, being me, I wasn't making money anyway. So I'm like, well, these guys pretend to be me. You're going to be less successful than me. And I'm not successful at all, right? So no big deal. Until we started giving away cash on KFMA and all of our stations. Apparently, whoever's behind this page took that as an opportunity to try to exploit our listeners. And what they've been doing is, constantly updating new graphics, calling it a crazy cash contest, and throwing out their links to get people to click on the links and make them believe that they won money. And basically, it's a blatant attempt to steal identification or whatever. Who knows what the end game is, but it's a scam. And yesterday, somebody came into the station in the afternoon claiming that I gave them $1,000.
Oh, no.
Yes. This is not a good thing, right?
No.
And I've been receiving messages over the past week or two from listeners who track me down on Instagram, which is official. There's only one Beef Vegan, right?
Yes.
And message me like, hey, is this legit? Did you give me money? I'm like, no, I did not. It is not legit. And it's not that I could blame the people for falling victim to it, because it looks so legit.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm going to show you this right off the bat, because if you look up, again, it's Beef Vegan Show and they spell it, there's 2 pages. One spells it wrong. And I think they set up a second page because the first page kept getting flagged from being a spam page. Okay. But it does have my information. It does even have a tiny URL / Beef Vegan Presents. So it's terrifying how much they got it. But here's the graphics that these people are seeing, and how they're targeting them is they're commenting. Wow.
Oh, they use your new picture too.
They use my new picture.
Oh my God.
And look at this. This is the thing that irritates me the most, Mari. This graphic is badass.
It's a cool graphic, those speakers.
Yes. Now, I'll give you an example. Like if you recall, I don't know, say over the weekend, we did a Green Day 420 weekend. Mm-hmm. If you saw any of those graphics on our Facebook page, they're as generic as can be, right? And then you look at the scam page. The scam page has a graphics designer who's like an A+, like major market talent.
Yes.
It's a great logo.
It's a great logo.
So we don't know who's behind this scam page.
Oh my.
But we can eliminate our digital design team altogether. Anyone who's behind our company making flyers, they're out. They're not a suspect. There's no way they could pull together a flyer that looks half as good as the scam flyers that are going on. And that's the frustrating part. I'm like, damn it, man. We pay for people to make, graphic designs for us to post to social media, and they look like junk. There's 5 minutes. It's like, kindergarten stuff. And then I got, somebody pretending to be me, putting out better content than me.
Pretty good content, yeah.
It looks
pretty
good.
Believable.
I mean, honestly, I'd love to rip it and reshare it because it looks that good. The whole layout of it looks fantastic. And now I understand why people are falling for this, because they're like, wait a second, this looks like a legit radio station.
Yeah.
The graphic here looks fantastic. Of course, a real radio station would be behind this. And then they look at the KFMA page and be like, well, this is obviously the spam page because everything on here is, toy, is amateur at best, dude. So that's the most frustrating part about all this. But I do have an official legal statement that I have to say. Rock 102.1 would like to alert our listeners to be careful about fraudulent social media pages. Our radio station and Lotus Corporation radio stations would never ask for your PayPal account, Cash App account, bank account, or any personal money information in exchange for prizes. Please be aware of fake social media pages with fake contests that ask for personal information over the internet. Right? Please report fake pages to that particular social media content manager. For any questions, concerns, or issues about Lotus Corporation contests and or rules, please refer to the Rock 102.1 website or contact our offices. And honestly, this is something that I think anyone should really pay attention to. If anything online asks for any of your personal information, whether it's bank account or any of that, it's a scam. Do not do it. Do not do it, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that there's some of you out there being like, what idiot would fall for that? Surprisingly a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay, so especially when they're getting better at being deceptive and looking legit. I mean, the graphic that you're going to see in the podcast broadcast later on, not only is it a well-designed graphic, but they literally use a photograph that I posted on my Instagram page less than a week ago.
So recent.
Mm-hmm. So all over. So now I got to look through all my followers and see which one might be the Scammy McScammerson.
Yeah.
Everyone's a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all I know is that the people that it won't be are the people that are getting paid handsomely to do the design stuff for this station and other stations owned by Arizona Lotus. I could just completely eliminate the Arizona Lotus digital department as being behind this. Or they've been putting in giving subpar work for so long as this elaborate alibi to try to besmirch my name and take advantage of my listeners.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
I take offense to this, dude. I take offense because obviously the people that are coming in are, friends of the show. And if they're a friend of mine, I want to make sure that they're not getting ripped off. And I would never, anything I'm giving away is only going to be over the air. So just know that. All right. I'm not going to DM you. I'm not going to tell you to DM me because you won something. That's creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah. Not going to do it. So Let that be known. Now, here's what I am doing today. Giving away tons of tickets, including tickets for Megadeth. All right, yeah. I'll have several pairs of tickets for tonight's game. Enough of that here. I'm about to get live on the air for the Pima County Fair, so you can see. Oh, please welcome. Oh, there we go. Enough of that there. About to get on the air for a tease, playing Megadeth for Alex. And congratulations on getting pregnant. And, of course, we got Valdez in studio.
I'm Valdez.
That's right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on a podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. There we're joined by a very special very special panel. You made eye contact with me, Brandon, while I was talking. And then subliminally I said, Brandon, don't look at me, Brandon.
I'll look at the wall. Let me know when it's my cue.
Look away. And then squeeze in a little closer to Valdez, Ryan. We got Ryan Lothman. He is the game ops manager for your Tucson Roadrunners. We're going to give away tickets this hour for that game. And, of course, we got Valdez, who just opened up for Steve Trevino. I got to know all about that. We're going to get caught up with Valdez as well. And your TMI Top 5 is coming up after music from Daughtry. You can join us on the podcast broadcast as we keep the conversation moving. YouTube.com/beefvegan, or keep listening because we'll be back right after this. It's Rock 102.1. Yeah, so the joke that I said in the show open is as far as suspects are concerned, because I had to do a legal reading. I had to do a legal reading this morning, and I'm going to have to post this legal reading. This is what I got from our lawyers. They take this very seriously because yesterday somebody came to the station trying to get $1,000, thinking that I was messaging them directly, and I got all their information and they qualified to win. And because of these graphics that are so damn good, they're deceiving. And what they're doing to target people is they're going to the KFMA page and they're commenting on posts that were posted like 8 years ago. And this is how they're trying to like be under the radar, even though we still get notifications, but they're trying to stay under the radar so you can't see it's nothing recent. So you're like, wait a second, what is this? So they're like, oh, we'll just go way back in their photos. And then if anyone commented on like a KFMA day from 2014, we're going to message, hey, you won. And anyone in their right mind would be like, well, that doesn't make sense at all. But unfortunately, so many people are falling for this that I'm actually getting new followers on Instagram just to message me to say, hey, is this legit? And I'm like, no, dude, it's not legit, you know? And so I'm having this discussion, and I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to show you two things. Now, you saw the first graphic, obviously, the Beef Vegan show, and I talked about how I would never be that unoriginal. It infuriates me. Wouldn't call it Beef Vegan show. I think that's whack, right?
A little too egotistic. You gotta, it's not your show.
Yeah, no, Beef Vegan Presents is a description of what this show is. I'm presenting the music. I'm presenting my friends and guests. I'm presenting these events that are happening around town. That's what the show means.
Yeah, that's classy.
Yes, fucking classy. Thank you for acknowledging that. I was going with class because I'm a classy guy. Now,
okay, yeah.
Noted classy guy.
Sure.
Okay. So I want to give you two examples that, showcase the difference. Okay. It's the spam accounts graphic department as opposed to our graphic department, who I have on good authority probably makes more money than me, and it infuriates me, right? Because there's a little bit of effort goes a long way, and you could see posts that have zero effort. So here's the example that I'm going to show you again real quick. This is the spam page, the spam pages graphic, right? Look at this. It's a current photo, right? It has my fucking logo, the station logo, Crazy Cash, and a bunch of radios stacked up, a nice little backdrop. Even Powers, who does graphic design, was like, that's a nice flyer. I'm like, yeah, it is. I wish I could use it. Right now,
we need to find out who did that because that's pretty efficient.
It's so efficient, dude. It looks so good.
Bring
him
on the team. Yeah, fire it out. Yeah.
Now,
you're facing that one. It's probably what you look like when you see a scam like that. Like, is it real?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the worst picture of the bunch that I just posted less than a week ago. Okay, so that's the scammers page. This is our official graphic from KFMA, from our graphics department.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
And that probably took like 3 months to do, right?
Graphic design is my passion.
right. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. We're back on Beefeager Presents. So this is the example. So the graphic that we posted all weekend long for the Green Day weekend, you could tell anyone who has like a basically a Photoshop app or one of those free apps on their phone can make this in less than 30 seconds. I guarantee it. It's an unoriginal font, everything. They did nothing to make that stick out.
You
And
can
then-
make this on Snapchat.
Right.
Is what
dude.
you could do.
Right.
Hey, they took the time to make the font green.
Yeah. And this is what's upsetting me about somebody who's just trying to steal my likeness and take advantage of our audience and try to claim that they're winning money when they're not. We're not giving out money online. We never are, never have, never will. Right. If it's not through the radio, it's not legit. And I just got to keep saying that as a reminder to everybody, because somebody out there is trying to pretend to be me and trying to take advantage of my friends. And I don't like that. But what I don't like even more so is they're doing such a good job of it. They're better at graphic design than our graphic design department. And that infuriates me. And I just want to I have a meeting coming up, on Monday. And I'm just like, it's like bare minimum. What do I want? I want you to find out who these scam artists are and offer them a goddamn job, because what we have now isn't working. And these guys, obviously, they're able to even get people to say, sure, I'll give you my social security number. That graphic is dope. So,
You could tell real fans of the show though. They're not gonna know that you have money. They'll be like, beef is broke. There's no way this is a scam.
well, here's the thing though. And it's the reason why they're falling for it. Some of these people are falling for it is because maybe they're in a position where they really need it. Right. So sometimes you kind of like you force yourself to believe something is not true just because out of necessity. Like $1,000 would really help a lot of people. Right. So if you're like, man, I'm really down on my luck. And then you get that message. So that's what I hate about these practices. And it's online everywhere. It's not just, us that's falling victim to this. And you have to be diligent in protecting yourself from being taken advantage of the situation. But it only works on those people who are desperate enough to need it, right? And so the way that these scammers approach, they'll just keep spamming, and they'll go out there, and then they'll come across somebody who had a terrible week, terrible day. They're down the dumps. They're like, rock bottom. Like, I really need something. And then they'll get this, and they're like, well, maybe this will be the answer. And then that's when they fall victim. So it's not like they're taking advantage of people who have their stuff together, or people who have a bunch of money in their savings account. No, they're taking advantage of victims already who've already been victimized. So
am I a victim? We're really not going to Cancun this summer?
I'm working on that, Valdez. I have a meeting on Monday.
Okay, so that was a real message then. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, did you send the D pic back? No, you didn't. So maybe you're not going.
See how good the graphic was. If it was a good graphic, you're probably not going.
Yeah.
If it was just some font on a page, book your tickets.
Yeah.
If
Then
there's
it's,
misspellings,
Yeah,
it's definitely real.
then
Oh,
it's
it's
official.
absolutely going tomorrow.
Yeah. If it looks like the person behind it gave 0 Fs, 100% official. Right. And God forbid they use a picture of me on anything. Right. All right. Well, we have Valdez in studio. Of course, we have Ryan and Brandon from your Tucson Roadrunners. And a little bit later, we're going to play Did He Cry? And I'm just going to give different scenarios of my interactions with Brandon and see if he cried. But you recently, Valdez, got to open up for the one and only Steve Trevino.
I did.
Yeah, at the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall for a sold-out crowd. That was a big show and a big deal. You did what, a 5-minute comedy set?
He actually gave me 7.
He gave you 7 minutes?
So I got extra 2 minutes.
Now, okay, so Steve, we talked to Steve Trevino, who has a Netflix special out now. He has several specials. Dude is hilarious. And when we were having this interview, he talked about showing love to comics. And then Valdez, ever the opportunist, was like, well, I'm a comic. I'm Valdez. And, we were having such a good time with Steve that he's like, well, you want on? I'll put you on. And a man of his word was actually put Valdez on. And this was the largest crowd that you performed in front of, right?
It was.
Yeah. Okay. So after you soiled yourself, what happened?
I changed my pants, and then I asked him a lot of questions because he says he's an advice guy, and he really is. So he helped me out, just like Alex. And let me tell you, man, comics are the new age rock stars. You get to the green room, food as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
Crown Royal, beer, sodas, water, anything you could ever want.
Yep.
It was amazing. So, and it was nice. Like Johnny Sanchez was there too, and I'm a huge fan of his.
He's from Mad TV. If you don't know Johnny Sanchez, he had that stereotypical gangster Mexican character that everyone loved. It was Sleepy or something.
He's a huge voice actor. Happy Feet 2, Coco, like all these movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's living off that sweet Coco money.
Yeah, he is.
But he's funny because he called me. He's like, "Hey, is this Valdez?" I'm like, "Yeah." This isn't Steve. He's like, "This is Johnny Sanchez." I was like, "Shut the F up." And he really did. I was like, "Bro." And I started naming off all the jokes that I like. He's like, "Wow, you're really a fan, man." He's like, got excited.
Yeah.
We're having a phone conversation. And before you know it, we're walking and we're like still talking on the phones. And we're like facing each other. Like, wait a minute. But it was a great experience. The Tucson crowd, love you guys. You guys are amazing. Everybody came out, had a good time. We went to the casino afterwards. People were there.
Valdez, I don't want to know any of this on the air right now. I want to know how your set did, right? You did 7 minutes in front of a crowd. You killed?
Yeah.
You killed? You had them popping and laughing from the opening joke?
I did.
What was the opening joke?
What did I do? Oh, I made a joke about the difference between the Ronstadt Center and the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall.
Oh, what is the difference?
Because I was like, if you notice, my family's not here. I was like, because they thought I was doing a set at the Ronstadt Center. Like, I'm not going to the Ronstadt Center. I'm like, no, the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall. And then they just still didn't get it. So I was like, yeah, I'm after Homeless Hank and his rant. And before the Tweaker gets arrested by TPD. So like, because the Ronstadt Center, it's a violent place.
Oh, okay. So it's localism. So then people got that. That's good. I'm glad people got that because it went way over my head, dude. Good thing I was in that crowd. I would have been like, what does that mean? I just moved here 8 years ago. I'm not caught up on the local. All right, whatever. No, that's pretty good though. So I mean, basically, my joke went over as well as your joke did just now. So we're even. All right, well, let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. I need more details of Valdez's debut in front of Linda Ronstadt Music Hall, and then when we return, we're going to give you an opportunity to win tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners tonight. It's game 2 of the first round of playoffs. This one, it's all or nothing, man. We win this one. We're having a game on Sunday, and we keep our dream alive. All right, so we need your support. Want to pack it out and get as loud as possible, and you can get in for free and join us coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents, so don't go away. All right, so yeah. Oh, that's good that you killed and stuff. And they enjoyed it, and then you hung out with Sanchez and Trevino afterwards at the casino?
Yeah, because that's where they had a hotel, and we didn't say anything. We just went, and then
weird
people.
Stalker.
Well, we didn't tell the crowd like, "Hey, we're gonna be at the casino." We just went over there as a group, but the people from the audience were there, and they just the more you tell them like, "No, I'm good," they will buy you beers, they will buy you shots.
Well, yeah, to them because you were on stage, so you were the celebrity. They had no. Yeah. You meet any listeners out there too?
A lot of them, like we did a meet and greet afterwards, and they had me go out first to warm them up because they had to hit the latrine after the show.
Yeah.
So I had a pocket full of our guitar picks that have KFMA.
Nice.
So I was doing the meet and greet, giving out the guitar picks, and people are like, "Oh, do you know Beef Vegan?" I was like, briefly. I was like, sometimes. I'm like,
okay. But yeah, they were asking if you knew me.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny because I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm like,
see, Brandon, I'm a big deal. I keep trying to tell you. You don't believe me, some bitch, but yeah.
I mean, way to just take him, tell a great story about his experience, and then bring it back to beef.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't.
Let's not
there,
forget
dude.
This is Beef Vegan Presents.
like a pageant, mom. Just take your shine.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Look, the reality is, it is about me because the more that I shine, the more I bring in my friends to get hooked up and have these connections and stuff. Valdez was there on the show when I interviewed Steve to make it feel comfortable and got the opportunity, and I'm happy for him.
And I did thank you on Facebook.
Oh, you did?
I was like,
did you tag me or did you tag the scammer page? Because I didn't get the notification.
I mean, you gave me $1,000. I just had to send you 100.
He tagged the Beef Vegan show.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. I'm like, no.
It was the Brad Vegan radio program, right?
Oh, but daily listener to that one. I got you.
Yeah. Wow. But that's good. That's good that we had listeners out there. It's good to know that we have listeners, and that's fantastic that you were able to party. I mean, I saw some pictures. You had a beautiful woman with you as always, and you're at the casino. I was like,
shout out to Dahlia. Great first date ever.
Oh yeah, that was your first date.
I met her when
What
I
a
was
perfect way to get laid. That's a guarantee. You're talking for a first date. Now I don't know if you got laid or not. I'm gonna assume that you did because you're like, hey, yeah, you want to do a date? Let's do this thing. Real quick though, I got about 8 minutes I gotta do in front of a couple thousand people. Just stand by. Here's some nice seats. Enjoy this. Boom, boom, boom. Make them laugh. Oh yeah, that's good and funny. Yeah, I'm just as famous as the other two guys. Afterwards, let's go after party like rock stars at the casino. You don't have to tell me if you got laid or not. I just know.
Let me just say this: the crowd got 8 minutes more than she got.
Okay. Yeah.
Attaboy.
Great night. Yeah. But no, that is a great first date. What a great way to make a first impression for sure. And then so the casino was good. You guys were raging all night.
That was awesome. Yeah, we didn't leave the casino until like 5:30.
That makes sense.
Steve was on fire, man. He loves craps and his just so much vouchers. Like he just was winning and winning and winning.
It's so funny too. Yeah. So Steve Trevino, and when we were talking with him too, he a legendary partier, right? And he's still doing it apparently. So he's just drinking and gambling, and that's what he does. So yeah, rockstar style is like this is all free money too.
You know, and the thing about it though, everyone would come up and ask for a picture, never denied anybody.
Oh, of course not.
Stopped the game, took a picture, shook their hand, little conversation, and then would go back. Because I've worked with guys before where they're like up here, you know, and they're just like, oh, on stage, like, yeah, you know, I'm cool. And then you meet them in person, like, don't touch me, peasant.
Yeah, that's how Brandon is.
Allegedly.
I've seen Beef walk around at the Roadrunners games. You know, I think
I'm super nice. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I fist bump, I high five, I
you're
take
a Steve
pictures.
Trevino.
I am.
There
I
you
am.
go.
It's all about, politicking and, and being appreciative. Like it's all love, So I'm trying to teach that to Brandon, He's like, he just doesn't want to be touched. Like keep trying to touch him and he's just like, no.
I mean, no.
See?
He's like a
See?
feral cat. You got to lure him with food. You just can't outright go and try to pet him. You got to like gain his trust.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Put like a chicken nugget on like a fishing hook. Be like, all right, come in.
That's how he lures people in to ask them if they want to play Hungry Humans.
That's true. That's true.
Got a little chicken nugget on a stick.
We only have 5 nuggets. I need 6 people. Ryan, hurry this up.
I'll pull up.
I'll be your 6th.
Yeah, let's go.
I just want to see a couple of things just to add to that story. And then I would have been at that game, but obviously I was, or at that show, but I was at the Roadrunners game. I guess I can't find you, Valdez.
Look up my scammer page.
Yeah.
It's Valdez.
Valdez. I know. You spelled it wrong.
$2,000 giveaway.
Yeah.
There you go. Gotta outdo you. $1,001.
That still hurts my feelings, guys. I'm like, people are falling for that. And, it's unfortunate.
This is how dumb I am. We were doing a contest where we gave away $2,024.
Yes.
I talked mad trash about it. I was like, what a specific number. Who gives away to? And I did it the whole show. And then the next day, my British friend, he's like, oh, that's clever. He's like, for the year 2024. I was like, get.
Yeah.
Decided to eat crap the next show I did. I was like,
you didn't even realize that.
Nope, not that bright.
Oh my God.
That's why I do what I do.
Yeah. Well, it was that cash contest that created this scam in the first place. Because before, this page has been around for years. And I noticed it years ago. And I was like, this is odd. But, I guess it comes with the territory. Like, is it like a fan page or someone just pretending to be? But it looks like no harm, no foul. They're just reposting stuff. And my stuff's public anyway. So I'm like, okay, fine. And it wasn't until after the cash contest that they took it as an opportunity to piggyback on that. And it's unfortunate. But at the same time, it's also free advertising. So, maybe it gets the word out for the show. I don't know.
Does the money come from a Nigerian prince?
That's basically what it is. I mean, those scams happen so often. In fact, actually, I think I had a story even talking about, I could piggyback on the story. But this happened to my mom, too, where she was catfished. And I felt really bad for her. She came down to Tucson because she lives in Phoenix. She came down to Tucson because the guy she was talking to said he would meet her in Tucson, and for whatever reason couldn't get a plane ticket for her to buy that goes straight to Phoenix. Phoenix being one of the largest airports in the country, but for whatever reason couldn't get from Washington to Phoenix, so I had to go Washington to Tucson. So to add insult to injury, which of course she was heartbreaking. She realized that she first got ripped off, that she wasn't going to get railed because apparently that's what let's not lie. I mean, I'm sure got her hopes up on that one too. Let's be honest. But then she had to drive an extra 2 hours or 4 hours round trip to find this out. So 2 hours going down with her hopes up, finding out that she was lied to and scammed, and then 2 hours back with that. I tried to make her feel as best possible. I had dinner with her that night, and I felt really bad for her, but it was also a weeknight, so I couldn't hang out with her too long. But this happens. This happens all the time. And I have a story of a woman who actually robbed a bank. And the reason why she robbed a bank is because she lost all her money in a romantic catfish situation. Her name was Ann Meyer of Ohio. She fell victim to a romance scammer who basically stole her life savings. And she had to get loans from her friend and sister totaling $70,000. And after she saw no end to her financial crisis, she opted to rob a bank. And the big mistake was doing it at gunpoint. She only got away with $500. Police quickly caught her because she's 74 years old. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's not going to get her out of jail. And even sentencing her to like 5 years could be death. So it was unfortunate. I remember seeing just the other day, this happened, the headline in the mugshot of the 70-year-old. And I'm like, okay, this is somebody who wants free Medicaid. I've seen that happen. The healthcare in prison for some is better. But yeah, that's what happened. She was duped by somebody online. It got her entire life savings. And then she said, well, the only thing I can do is rob a bank.
So did it hit different when your mom got scammed? Because that's your mom. Like, were you extra angry compared to like if it had been your cousin? Like, you're a fool. And then at the next time you see him, you're like, oh, why don't you cash this check for me, bro?
Yeah, no, I was heartbroken for her, and furious. And, it's a mixture of feelings, right? Because you're angry and you're sad and it's all that, right? Because I was sad for my mom. I was angry that she fell for it too, because there were so many red flags in this situation. And I'm like, come on, man, you got to be smarter than that. And I want to protect you as your son, but like fucking Tucson, like you saying, like at that point when he's like, give me money for an airplane ticket. And you're like, sure. Look, it looks like it's only $150 for one way to Phoenix. I can't do Phoenix. They don't have any available flights. You got to do Tucson and it's going to cost more. Like what? And you got to pick me up. Like at that point, like what? Nobody. But again, that guy was taking advantage of my mom when she was at a place where she was low, where she wanted that. And that's how victims get had, unfortunately. So I relate to it. So I got to read this legal PSA while I'm at it, right? Rock 102.1 would like to alert our listeners to be careful about fraudulent social media pages. Our radio station and Arizona Lotus Corporation stations would never ask for your PayPal account, Cash App account, bank account, or any personal information, money information in exchange for prizes. Please be aware of fake social media pages with fake contests and ask for personal information over the internet. Please report fake pages to the particular social media content management, Facebook, or for any questions concerning issues about Arizona Lotus Corporation contests rules, refer to the Rock 102.1 website and contact our offices. I've been flagging this page for weeks, and I keep getting notifications from Facebook saying we don't find anything wrong with it. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, you don't see this, like all these links and shit. This is Scamapalooza. And for whatever reason, it doesn't get flagged in their algorithm. And no matter how many comments, and I can't block it on the KFMA page either, for whatever reason. Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. And neither can Mac. We're trying, but it's not, they make it impossible. But meanwhile, I just got my Facebook stream back up after being banned for 30 days for having one scorned first date lady report my page. So
the quote unquote winner, like, did he lose money on the scam?
I think he gave information. I don't know. Yeah. Now, so I don't know. I didn't talk to him.
In all seriousness, please be careful. Question everything.
That was my whole point. What do you mean? You're giving a PSA on top of my PSA. I was saying that, right? I was saying,
yeah, but you said it a nerd. You're like, this is what the lawyers made us say.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, see?
I also think that we need to start a movement here to flag this page on Facebook. Like,
yeah. Well, I don't like
start off the game tonight. Getting the crowd hyped up.
It's hard.
We need all of you to go flag Beef Vegan Show
I will
turn the lights on your phone and then go flag the show on Facebook.
while you've got your phone out with your
rock
flashlight.
2.1
Tucson.
KFMA. No, they'll end up flagging my real page first off. And it's hard enough to get people to follow me just from at the game. So when I do the sing along, you think, okay, this is an opportunity where maybe people will be like, I should follow that guy everywhere on social media. And I only get like one maybe new follower on Instagram a game, which is unfortunate.
Who are
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Harry Carey? Why are you doing a sing along? What's happening?
The people love it. The people love it.
Yeah.
And
What are you
Beef exits the promo deck every time and sees how many followers he gained. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
do I have any new followers after?
I look at like the station looks at it like this. Not only for us, we look at it as a fun way to interact and get people to sing along a song and then make some noise and all that. It's entertainment. But that's for like 60 to 90 seconds. The Rock 1 2.1 logo, my logo is all on the banner and on the screen. So that's an endorsement. That's advertising the show and the station every game. It's a big deal.
The Beef Vegan Show.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And you would think, okay, well, they see that and it's a big deal. I should probably be a fan of that guy. No, never. Doesn't happen.
Especially when he doesn't give you the money he promises.
I think it'd be very fitting if the song tonight is "Better Have My Money" by Rihanna.
I have a cover version of that I want to play for you. That's amazing. I love it. It's from like Shiny Knees or something like that. Bitch, better have my money. So good. You know what?
It's a very fitting song for sing along tonight.
It is, dude.
I was thinking the other one with ODB. Hey, steady. Baby, I got your money.
So we're talking about Roadrunners
Was it?
hockey because hockey game is tonight, game 2 of round 1 of the first round of playoffs. And so we're going to be kicking things off with the tailgate, right, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
So, and I'm going to be DJing that. So what's going on with the tailgate? How do people join and participate with that?
So it's a free pregame tailgate presented by 1AZ Credit Union. 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Obviously, you're going to be there DJing. We'll have our yard games out there, cornhole, giant Jenga, our inflatable, food and drink, beverages available. And we're just going to get the crowd started early, get the crowd rowdy, and then we're going to head on inside for a must-win game here tonight.
That's awesome. I love that too because I'll be doing that. That's exactly what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
I'll be playing the music, getting people amped, and it's a free tailgate. So you come out,
Free
get your
tailgate,
buzz. It's going to be beautiful weather today too.
Yep.
So, and I know I'll have Iceman out there with me as well. He's going to be DJing inside the game, but he'll be out there on the deck hanging out. And then basically helping me pick out some good songs to keep people hyped too. In case I go into a rut. He's like, let me do this. I got you, Beef. So that's fantastic. So that's something to look forward to tonight. Kicks off the tailgate going into the game. And speaking of the game, if you want to go for free, now's your opportunity. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Brandon, give me a random number.
13.
13. Lucky number 13. You know, I'm very superstitious, man. You son of... All right.
All right, change it up then. Change it up then.
Caller number 13, 600 KFMA, 600-5362. You're going to get a pair of tickets for the game tonight. Just make sure you wear all white because it's a whiteout game for playoff hockey. We got more coming up on the podcast broadcast, so you can stick around and join us at youtube.com/beefvegan.
Are you guys sold out or is there still tickets?
There's still tickets
There's
available.
still tickets.
I won't. Ticketmaster or TCC?
Oh, you want to go? I'll give you tickets, dude.
I don't want to be a mooch. I'm a princess. I want up against the glass. I'll pay for it.
Well, good luck with the up against. First off, you've obviously never been to a game.
Ticketmaster, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Look at it. Hey, you get a bonus there, Ryan. All right.
No,
Early this
no,
morning,
I wish.
we
you,
did.
you asked me if I got a playoff bonus the last time I was on here.
Oh yeah. No.
No, sir.
Oh, it's your inaugural season. So
This is my third year, man. What are you talking about?
inaugural season as the man in charge.
This is the first year he's paid attention to you.
Oh,
The other-
yeah,
the
he's
other 2 years.
recognized me.
That's
now,
not true.
yeah.
That's not true. We'll continue this here right after F My Life. Stick around.
By your mom.
Awkward.
It is awkward. Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid. Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. It's a Friday edition of FMLs, and they just hit differently. So if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can call us right now, 600 KFMA, 600-5362. And if we agree your life is effed, we might hook you up with something like a $200 gift certificate to Allure Medical Spa. Yeah. Oh, fancy, huh?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I was showing Seja yesterday. She was in from Allure Medical Spa. Very beautiful woman. She was in with her husband, who's a good-looking dude. They're a good-looking couple.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about all the different laser treatments they have to offer, whether it's for acne scarring or acne itself or even tattoo removal.
Oh.
And I mentioned that I have a tattoo on my armpit. And for whatever reason, she didn't believe me until my shirt came off. And then she believed me so much, she demanded my shirt come back on. But you could see my tattoo on my armpit while it lasts on the podcast broadcast from yesterday. But I think she wants to remove it for me.
Do you want to remove it?
No, I mean, it's actually one of my favorite ones. As stupid as it sounds and looks. There's other tattoos that are more visible that I would love to get removed as opposed to this speed stick armpit tattoo. I think it's like bragging rights. Not necessarily sexy. I have been in a situation, though, where in like dating and when you're starting a relationship and say you're in bed, it's like post-coitus, you're relaxing, and then you put your arms up above your head, and then the girl looks like, what? Wait, what the hell is that? And then they realize they made a terrible life decision. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I should have told you about this.
That's sneaky.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into our F My Life. Again, it's not my F My Life, it's your F My Life. So email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. First email sent to me by Sydney. I think parents can relate to this. She said, hey, Beef, yesterday my 6-year-old daughter asked, what would happen to me if you and Daddy died?
Oh, dark.
I know. I told her that she'd probably live with her aunt, her uncle, aunt, and Aunt Eileen. She looked at me and said, you guys can die. I won't cry.
What?
I get everything I want over there. Yeah.
Oh, burn.
Yeah. You know, 5-6-year-olds, they're just selfish and greedy as hell.
Well, they're honest.
Yeah, that's true. F My Life, what do you say?
Yeah.
That would break your heart, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'd be crushed.
I know. All right, I agree. Next F My Life, sent to me by Alexis. Alexis said, after my divorce, I had to move back in with my mom. Today, my mom cleaned up my room. I had a drawer filled with condoms, 2 vibrators, and a bondage kit.
Oh my gosh, Alexis.
Yeah. She organized the condoms and vibrators in a shoebox.
Oh.
Such a mom thing. Is that
yeah.
F My Life?
You know what? I say big baby. You got a pretty cool mom.
Yeah. Now you have a sex box.
Yeah.
The sex box 360. I don't know. It's you got to upgrade for that. I say big baby, and what's up, Alexis? All right, next up, my life sent to me by Felicia. She said, I one time had a blind guy ask me out, but since I was already in a relationship, I politely declined by saying, sorry, I'm already seeing someone. I is not good to say to a blind guy either. So F both your lives.
Yes.
That's awkward. All right. Let's see. And final F My Life of the day on this Friday edition of your FMLs sent to me by Liz. Liz said, my husband is in the garden smashing a tree stump with a sledgehammer right now because our 22-year-old daughter brought her first serious boyfriend home.
Okay.
He's my husband's boss, a man whore who's been bragging about all the nasty stuff his new girlfriend does to him in bed, unaware of who her dad was.
Oh, no.
It's such a small town. I get reminded of this through F My Life all the time, man. Tucson is too small of a town sometimes.
That's brutal, though.
Yeah, as a dad.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good that at least he's taking it out in a somewhat healthy way.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer to a tree stump is a lot better than a sledgehammer to the back of your boss's skull.
Yeah.
Out of these FMLs, which were all super strong, which one was the most FML? Because I need to give a gift certificate to somebody.
Liz, absolutely.
This
Hands
last
down.
one?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, then you know what, Liz? I'll email you back and offer you tickets so you can take your husband out and do nasty stuff to him, and then you guys will be even. All right, we'll hit the reset and give you an opportunity to win tickets for Megadeth coming up next. Beef Vegan Presents. Keep it right here.
Yeah.
All right, we are back here on the podcast broadcast stream. Got this text message from Felicia, who admitted to listening to another radio station, and this actually was a good question, and I'm kind of mad I didn't ask it. She said the radio was still tuned to Phoenix stations this morning, and then on the way into work, it was a Tucson station. They said, caller number 9, tell us what you make a beeline for when you go to the fair. And she called and said fried tickets, and now she has tickets to the fair. Son of a bitch. And then I changed the station to
What
you.
are fried tickets?
America.
Fried Twinkies. Sorry. They're delicious. And then she's like,
Run it back, start it over.
and then she goes, and then I turned to change the station to you, and you said caller 69. And I thought about it, but didn't call in. So there's a difference between me and other radio shows. Caller 9 and caller 69. I'm perpetual child. That's what we know. All right.
That's why we love you.
Yeah, but you were just at the fair yesterday, Brandon. Now you were there for promo purposes with Dusty, which I feel bad for Dusty because it was pretty warm yesterday, right?
It was during the time we were there. It was bad.
Yeah, it was daytime. And Dusty, of course, is in that outfit. Here's a spoiler alert. It's not a real bird. So there's a human being inside that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, well,
You just broke so many
sorry.
children's hearts.
I know. So anyways, there's
I had no idea.
There's a human being inside that costume that is sweating their ass off, right? And when I see promo videos like that, I'm like, oh no. But I mean, it's needed. That was a good place to go to get the word out for tonight's game. And you were out there, you're sweating your ass off. And I know that you're kind of on a diet, but what was the one thing that caught your eye that you're like, if I wasn't on diet, I'm definitely getting that?
Well, I'll be honest. I was there the entire night too, and I went off the diet. They had pastrami fries.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame you. It's the fair. It's the fair.
It's been a week. Let's just load up.
Okay.
They had pastrami fries, and the New Jersey and me went, "Oh, pastrami, I'm in."
Okay. Yeah. So the pastrami fries, they were good too.
Yeah, they're quite nice.
Was that all you had, or to be honest with me, what all did you eat yesterday? You were there all day and night.
At the fair, yes. Though I did have like 2 a.m. Taco Bell.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah. And
I was too broke to eat anymore. Let's be honest. It was wristband night. Woof.
It's expensive at the
Yeah.
fair.
it
It's
was
expensive.
was it wristband night last night
It
too?
was wristband night. Yeah.
Well, I think Wednesday and Thursday, I guess different themes for wristband night. So they have a couple of wristband nights. And I know ours was Wednesday night, and that makes sense. I gave tickets to Iceman to go out to do that as well. So hopefully he went and had a good time with that. And I think Wiz Khalifa was performing last night too.
Yeah.
What?
As soon as you walk through the gate and you smell it, you're like, "Yep, Wiz is in the house tonight."
Yeah. So in Arizona too, especially, you smell it even more prominently. But could you escape the smell of weed at the fair?
No.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because you've got like parents with 3-year-old kids, and then all of a sudden you just hear, "Hey, who's smoking the best weed in Tucson? Make some noise!" I'm like,
Yeah.
"There's a kid dancing to this right now. Future's going well."
They're like, I am. Everyone is, huh? Did you see any fights?
I did not. Thank God. There were a couple people I wanted to confront, but I'm like, I've seen too many videos about this, and I'm not a fighter, so that's not going to go well for me. But I was definitely prepared the entire night for it.
Well, would you like to see some fights?
Let's do
Pima
it.
County Fair. Well, I don't know if this first video is a fight. It says adult on a kid's ride. TMZ Tucson has been having a field day and sharing content for the Pima County Fair. Here's the first video.
Yo! Perfect time to record. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god, their whole ass is hanging out. Oh shit.
He's only concerned about the ass.
Hey, jumping her.
Jumping and stripping her.
Ollie, second. Oh my god, they're stomping her.
No, it's not like Joe Rogan play-by-play. Let's be honest.
I waited like an hour and a half for that ride. If I would have waited that long just to get out of line for a fight, I would have been so salty.
Right? And they're chasing after her. My daughter wants to go to the fair tonight and ask for tickets, and I'm the concerned parent in me is like, maybe not. Nah, but I mentioned here's another fight here. Got the chokehold going on.
Yvonne get the table.
What's crazy is too. I mean, how crazy would it be if someone picks him up, slams him through a table, and breaks him?
The Tony Khan neck brace.
Yeah. Oh my God. I want to talk about that for a second. You're a wrestling market.
Tucson, have we become that trashy where we're just doing epic fights now at the Pima County Fair? Come on.
To be honest with you, it's all fairs. So, it's not just Pima County. So I'm not putting them on blast. It's not our community. You go to Maricopa County, it gets a little more stabby.
Yeah, but that's them. They're trashy. We could be better. Let's do better.
All right, that's fair, Valdez. And that's Valdez's PSA to Tucson on Rock 102.1 KFMA. If you're going out to the Pima County Fair, do better, Tucson. All right, stop scrapping, because TMZ Tucson's having a field day reposting all these fight videos that are showing it. To be fair, it's only been a couple, and it happens. And I normally thought like the first video we saw was kind of like youngish girls, right? Teenage, 19, 20, 21. Those are the scrappy years. And like I was saying on the show the other day, that when I used to go to the fair around that age, that was the age that I had the most anxiety, where I had to watch my back, right? Because when you're a young man and you go to like these fair situations, testosterone flowing, the people might be out there to pick fights. So you just got to be ready for things to go down. But then as you get older, like people don't mess with you as much, I assume. And when I go to these places, everything's fine. But I did just watch a video of people my age fighting around a bunch of Piggly Wigglies, and that wasn't cool, but those pastrami fries are worth it. Worth punching somebody in the face.
The first fight I saw, like the first video I saw, was even crazier because they were fighting so hard they took down the barricade of the ride area. So I'm like, the safety factor, not only are you now like going crazy on each other, but now you're in like a danger zone of a ride.
Yeah. I know. And it's not like we're anti-fights, because we're promoting the hockey game and there's fights on the ice all night long. And I love that. And I'm telling you, the boys are going to get super scrappy tonight, especially after the game 1 upset that they had to experience from home. And they were fighting pretty rough on the outside. Like, how many penalty minutes did we get in the first game?
I can look it up, but I know that we had 5 power plays and they had 3.
Yeah.
So that's at least like 16 minutes.
Yeah. So people going to the box a lot, man.
Okay.
Yeah. It tends to happen in hockey, and especially when there's so much on the line. So tickets available tonight, TucsonRoadrunners.com. And you want to be a part of this experience because it's something very special that we have home playoff games here, especially in the last couple of weeks with all the talk about what the future of the franchise is going to be, and our Arizona Coyotes going to Utah. There's so much in the air, so much on the line, and now's the time. So make sure you wear white, come out and be loud, and support your Tucson Roadrunners as we pursue a Calder Cup for the first time in the franchise. And that would be a big deal. I'm telling you, ready to rage if that happens.
Oh yeah. And we got a white t-shirt giveaway tonight as well. So
nice.
If you don't have any white, come to the game and you're still going to get a t-shirt.
I don't know how you don't have white tees in Arizona. Why would you?
Any fat guy sizes?
No.
They got delivered to the arena this morning. I have no idea what sizes they are.
How
I'm
many-
gonna find out myself like at 2:30 when I go over there.
I'll be asking that question every giveaway. I'm like, y'all got, am I included, or are we just crop topping it up?
Yeah. Brandon puts on a shirt, gets super tight. Valdez, unfortunately, you need more X's than I personally have in my dating life. So I don't think they're giving those out. It'd be great if we tried to slingshot Valdez's shirt, turns into a parachute,
What a slingshot.
That thing has some
bounce.
heft to it.
Yeah,
It's dangerous putting that in the
It
crowd.
is. It's like a 20-pound shirt. You're knocking people out, the kids.
No, we'll use them for the deflection, slingshot off and then boom, and then right into 213.
Oh yeah, you can try that. You can attempt that.
Whatever works, man.
Well, you know what? While we have your attention, let's get into our TMI top 5. I got some scientific news I want to share with you. The top 5 headlines that have been making news throughout the week. First and foremost, this is good news for broke dudes. Diamonds may not be that rare someday soon. Researchers in South Korea figured out how to make diamonds without having to put them under tremendous pressure. And so it's a lot cheaper and easier. And usually it takes billions of years for this to happen. The new process created diamonds in under 2.5 hours, utilizing flowers. So they're using just different materials and creating diamonds out of it. So if your girlfriend wants a diamond ring for her anniversary, tell her to wait a little bit, and so you can get it for $42 at Walmart. All right, our solar system only had 8 planets since Pluto got downgraded to 2006, but now researchers at Caltech think they discovered new evidence of a different Planet 9 out beyond Neptune. Now it's a different Planet 9. There was a Planet 9 that they called, there was a name for this, spooky. Anyways, they think it might be able to find it with a new telescope in Chile next year. So keep an eye on that. In health news, a new process might help bones heal faster, 3 times stronger than current methods. And a study found that female patients are less likely to die when treated by female doctors. Male doctors just don't care. That's brutal. So think about that.
What?
Yeah, that's a study. I'll share it on my Facebook page, the legitimate one, not the fake one. And finally, in hot people news, a study found being around attractive women tends to make men more honest and women less honest, which I could see that. Men honestly, sound like bumbling idiots around attractive women. And then women, they lied to attractive women saying, "Oh, I love your outfit." In their head, they're like, "This bitch dressing like a hobo." That's how that works. I didn't need science to tell me that. I knew that. But there's your TMI top 5. We're gonna have your beef tip coming up after these words. Stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. And we have attractive women that work with us on the Roadrunners. So I get brutally honest all the time. Too honest. To a fault sometimes. I get too honest around this guy, and he's not even an attractive woman.
That's when you know.
Know what? You want hot planet news? Here's a bonus.
Yeah, wait a minute.
We go from hot people,
attractive planet,
hot local planets in your area,
or just literally a hot planet.
Hey, I looked at Uranus and it's smoking hot. I can't get over it.
Scientists looking at a telescope, look at this sexy ass planet.
Hot planet in bio.
Hot planet in bio, yeah. Only planets.
Damn, I was just gonna say that.
Sorry, I stole that joke from you. You can use it next time you open up for Steve Trevino. There was a story that I got to earlier this morning with Mari, where I was like, I was proud of my name, right? My name has it's a polarizing name. Half the people say, "Oh, I love that name," and the other half people are like, "Oh, that's the stupidest name I ever heard in my life," right? And there is no in between. But I was like, I'm still proud of my name. I stand by my name. And it wasn't another name that I would ever want as far as a radio name until I came across this name. The name is Girth Master. Now, Girth Master is a pretty good name for a dude who's super girthy, apparently. And Girth Master is making headlines because he went viral on one of those videos where strangers come up to you and say, "What do you do and how much you make?" Right? It's one of those things. Like, it's usually they approach somebody who's driving a nice car. So, like, what do you do? How much you make? How'd you get that car? Kind of thing. And people sometimes are brutally honest. Well, they did that to this guy. And he's like, "Oh, I'm on OnlyFans and I go by Girth Master with 2 R's. And I make $80,000 a month."
Wait, a month?
A month, dude.
What is happening?
Yeah, dude. And you're like, well, that's weird. That's odd. So I looked at Girth Master's profile page.
Of course you did.
Just had to. Can't
Research
resist.
and development.
Yeah, well, they have it on TMZ. Look,
Was Girth Master with on 1 R already taken? You had to go to
yes,
the second one?
apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll get
Like
you.
a pirate Girth Master.
Yeah. This dude looks like a normal dude, obviously, right? And then to get perspective, if you're thinking Girth Master, really, how girthy could it be? Well, TMZ kind of makes it painfully obvious of how girthy it can be with this photo and a bottle of wine. Now, this Girth Master right here, who looks like he's Ryan's cousin, to be honest with you, super white.
Was that the only qualification? It was just like, okay, he's super white, so
Yeah.
He looks like a European.
He actually looks like the old Ryan that we worked with,
oh yeah, 100% more. Yeah,
That's green Ryan.
Yeah, we got Watts out here.
yeah, Ryan Watts. So, anyways, that's the guy who goes by Girth Master. And then since he's been mentioned and went on this viral video, he's only making more money. In fact, actually, Pornhub said his popularity shot up 1,255% over 24 hours. And the guy apparently does, just standard, man on woman stuff and makes $80,000 a month doing so. Girth Master. So he's the new person to hate this year.
Sounds like a failed wrestling gimmick. If you like Shockmaster, get ready for his cousin Girth Master.
Those promos would be real.
He broke the wall from a different part of his body.
Exactly. Still tripped.
Yeah.
Still I tripped over this. You would trip too.
He looks like a European center in the NBA, but he's got to be covered in Embiid instead of doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Like, what do you do? Go put him a double-double.
Get on the court, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys got that Shockmaster reference. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah. All right. Oh, it looks like we're going to be running out of time. So I know. But we'll see you guys tonight. I hope you guys do join us here at the Roadrunners game. It's going to be fun. We need all the support. And if we don't have any chairs available by site, I know that the guys are going to play and even extra hard, and they'll rip off somebody's head to win this game. So I really think that there's added reason, and I'll make sure to avoid any kind of communication with Josh Stone as we go. And I will take off I haven't taken this off yet, but Rock 102.1 KFMA. I'll put it back on now, but I just broke the streak of taking off my white off band because I've been wearing it nonstop since, I've received it 2 weeks ago, and we're doing a whiteout game tonight for your Tucson Roadrunners. So for good luck, I was keeping it on, but I'm like, oh, son of a bitch, we lost. So we want to win again. So I took it off. I broke the streak, putting it back on. New streak happening. We'll see you guys tonight.
There we go.
Yeah. Any information that you need to let people know about what they can expect for tonight's game, Ryan?
Yeah, tailgate 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Out on the TCC Plaza. White T-shirt giveaway, both presented by 1NC Credit Union. Just show out Tucson. I mean, these are playoff games, an exciting atmosphere. Show out Arizona. This is your hockey team now.
Yep.
The Roadrunners are your hockey team for the entire state of Arizona right now. So show up, be loud.
Absolutely. And the desert can be a hockey state, and we're showing it, and you guys have been showing it as this fan base is continuing to be loud, passionate, and supportive. And we can't wait to see you guys tonight, and then we'll see you again Sunday and wrap this series up as we continue to march towards the Calder Cup. So TucsonRoadrunners.com for ticket information. Thank you guys for listening to the show. I'll be back Tuesday morning because I'm definitely taking Monday off because I'm working a late night, and hopefully we'll be celebrating. Till then, Robin Nash is up next. You guys enjoy your weekend. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
I'll say it for Valdez.
I'm Valdez.
Will come
Get that cup,
and
baby.
do all
Brandon,
your
make
grief.
up a catchphrase on the way out.
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
Nailed it. Bubblesky.